Good morning, kids. Well, I thought I'd make us a breakfast sandwich this morning. But first, I want to make some sauce. And I was thinking I wanted here we go. I wanted a pesto kind of flavor to it, but I don't have any pesto. I don't have any pine nuts. I don't have any nuts. So we're not going to do it like that, but I'm still going to get the hint of what I want. What we're going to do, I have a little, I got a pinch or two here, but it's springtime, so it's just starting to go, so I don't want to take too many of those, What I want to do, I'm going to have to take some of this dry basil. The basil is your main flavor in your pesto, right? So we want a good basil flavor in there. So a couple of these fresh leaves will help a little bit. I don't have the right knife for this, but I'm gonna make myself a herb ooloo for this one day. Kind of want to bruise it too. That just means kind of, well, you know what bruising means. You want it to release some of its juice is what you want it to do. I'll just throw that in like that. It doesn't matter really. It's going to get mixed in. You'll probably find a little piece. It'll be yummy. Some basil in there. So both of these are basil. Fresh basil. I got this. It's probably no name basil. I want to put in some of the old white wine vinegar. Remember the mac sauce? I probably should have put a bit more white wine vinegar in and less of the smoked paprika, but it was still good. You can kind of adjust that. Try what I did and then, change it. You can make it your own. Put less of something, put more of something. You don't like this taste, do this. Make it your own a little bit. So what do we got? Okay, a little pinch of salt would be a good idea. I like the pink salt. It's healthier for you. You don't need too much for a little sauce. The pink salt has been known, it has minerals in it. And they take the heavy metals out of your system and put them into your kidney and bladder and whatnot, and you get rid of them. That's the system. So a lot of mercury and lead sits in your body because it's heavy, and you can't get rid of it. And this salt is the best way because the heavy minerals link up with the lead and pull it out of your body. So it's pretty good stuff. Just too much salt, obviously. We know this is bad for you. But for the most part, well, you wouldn't want something. If you're eating enough salt that hurt you, you're not. It's just gross. That's just salt. If you already have problems, that's different too. That looks pretty good. I want to kind of let that sit and let the basil flavors come out. Yeah. So I think, well, we could start on this. Turn these burners on. I used to, well, back in 2003, I knew a girl, a newfie. She couldn't pronounce my name. She couldn't even say dog, but anyway. So, and I'm just making fun of her and newfies. I'm cool with newfies. She said, you know how to make bacon really crispy. Well, she didn't say it like that, but she said a bunch of words and I deciphered them. She said, put butter in the pan. And I thought, what? You've already got grease in the pan when you're cooking bacon, but you put a little bit of butter in the pan. I shouldn't have put that on there, whatever. It makes it crispier. And the other trick, there's two of them. You can do them separately, but I just saw another guy on the channel do this. It reminded me. Is put a little flour on the bacon. It's just crazy. I forgot all about doing it. This was back, 2003, I think it was, if I really had to put, a bet on it. So you get a bit of butter in there. You take your bacon, make sure it's got flour. That's all. Nothing to it. Nothing fancy. That's ready. The only reason I did that was to save on throwing away some flour. I'm gonna throw away that, but it's not much there. Okay. It could be hotter than that. That's alright. Let that cook. Alright. Now, that bun out of here. This is an ancient Wilshire Stay Sharp. This is 80s, maybe 70s. No, probably 80s. My grandmother had these. I saw that at a store, at a thrift store, and I thought, I have to have that thing, man. That is just too cool. But they still make them, obviously, but they're updated. This looks like a Bakelite handle or something. Wilshire Stay Sharp. Yeah, I probably didn't even focus, did it? Oh well. They have a little, I'll show you how old this thing is. Look at the color of it. But this, when you put it in, sharpens it, and when you pull it out, sharpens it. My grandmother had these. They were great. But they stay sharp. It's still sharp. Look at that. I mean, what can't cut cheese really, but woo. I was trying to get some thin ones on the end of this little nub here. What have I got? Not enough? That should cover it. Breakfast sandwich. So we're gonna. That was the last of the butter. I had to go up to the store today, so I would do that. But since we don't have butter, I mean, I could pull some out of the pan there, but I just felt like doing this because we talked about it the other day a little bit. And that will be golden just like butter. A little bit of the old mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is wonderful stuff. You can do all sorts of cool stuff with it. Make up some ranch dressing with it. Chives in there and stuff. And we'll make yogurt someday too. That's a good one. I'll have to make some yogurt. Okay, fry these. Ooh, we hear that go? Because mayonnaise is made out of eggs and oil. You take an egg, you put a cup of oil or something like that in there. Something low flavor. Canola oil's great. They make olive oil. Hellmann's does, which is really good. Someone makes an avocado. The avocado is really good. The olive oil that I made mayonnaise out of, it made it kind of, you can taste the olive oil really sharply. And I think they do something else when Hellmann's makes it. Good. They may take some of the flavor of the olive out or something. good bag. So, bacon's cooking. Those buns are grilling. What are they looking like? Oh, look at that. Amazing. Amazing. It's almost done. Oh, I have a tiny plate. That'll work. Amazing, isn't it? I once had a, I'm going to put it back on where it goes. Oh, there it is. Once had a pizza. It was, what was it called? Clubhouse? Clubhouse pizza. And the sauce was mayonnaise. A mayonnaise sauce. And it was incredible. The turkey and the bacon and all that on it. Just like you know, get a Clubhouse sandwich on a pizza. Incredibly good. Good times. Look at that there. That's starting to crisp up a little now, as you can see. Yeah, the butter by itself will crisp it up, but the butter and the flour, it'll make it something else. This is a whole new animal. You're gonna like it. Get on that. Burner. Ow! Okay. I like to try and shape them back to where they came from, you know what I mean? Where did this come from? I thought I had it for a minute there. Oh well, it doesn't. Oh, there it is. Okay. It doesn't matter. I like to do it so the sandwich looks right. I do it with toast. I'll toast, pull them out and split them open and butter the insides and put them together so that it stays warm and you don't get butter on the back of the second piece. It's just me. I'm a little crazy. So I'm going to put some of this on both because I like it. Oops, that's too much, but what was the other thing I was just thinking of? Well, I could put a little squirt of lettuce on there. Squirt some lettuce on it. Not a bad idea. Oh, man, dogs are crazy. I just want leaves. I don't want to shred it really. That's lots. Okay, that bacon's just about done. Okay. As I said before, I like to check my eggs before I drop them in the pan this time of year. Because they could be frozen. Or they could have been frozen and then thawed out. They don't really last long doing that. Okay, that's good. Bacon's done. Do you want to come and check it out? That's it right there. Look at that. Beautiful. Now just let those chill. I probably should have found them a plate before I was holding the camera in my hand. Oh well, I'll just put them here for a minute. That'll be fine. Oh no, I'll drip a little bacon grease on my sandwich. That'll be awful. Alright. I'm limping around a little because I got excited the other day and I went to get some glue over there and I smacked my toe on the coffee table and I broke it. So it's a little sore. So that's just the way it is. Now I need another egg. Oops, I took. Oh, jeez. I want 2 eggs because I like to have 2 eggs in my sandwich. And that one's a bit smaller. I got some chickens that lay smaller eggs. There we go. Okay, for a sandwich, I normally like a egg McMuffin type thing. You don't want it running down your face, so you take the yolks and just break them. You don't need them all mixed up. Just spread out a little bit. Or just straight into that bacon grease. That's awesome. And I'll just collect it. I can do this with one hand, I think. I'll just collect it. Keep it all in one place. Because I want it to fit on the bun when I'm done. Yeah, that kind of rhymes. There's bubbles you can pop. Let it cook for a bit. Fold it in on itself. You can release that stuff and fold it back in after, see? Oops, my camera skills are lacking. Let that out. Okay. Squish it back down. Let that cook for a bit, flip it, it'll be done. And that lovely basil sauce, ooh, it's so good. Oh, some this bacon, have a look at it. Looks good, eh? Piece of it off. So good. It's like breaded. Well, it is breaded. So good. I don't do that all the time, obviously. I just told you that, but yeah, excellent. So we're having bacon. I'll flip the egg. Here it is. Put the cheese on it. As I like it melted. And that is done. This, ooh, look at that. I bet you I can get a little more of this on there. Hold my lettuce on. Beautiful. Thing about bacon, it's an animal fat. As if you're using the gas you're putting in the car, if you're using the fuel you're putting in your body, you don't get fat. Well, I mean, you can, but you want to eat natural fat, like pig fat's good, and olive fat's good, and cashew fat's good, and all sorts of avocado. Oh, delicious and good. Beef tallow's good. Pork's good. Don't overdo it. Don't, and sugar is sugar is the worst thing you can eat. I eat it too, but it truly is. And white flour, which I use as well, is not good. All flour is carbs. Carbs are fat. Sugar are carbs. Carbs are fat. You know that. Sugar is stored in your body as fat cells. And then when you don't use it because you don't need it, it stays there and you just build another one on top of it. So that's not good. But as for eating bacon, have some bacon. Make sure you have some lettuce, tomato with it. I have some tomato here. And it won't build up in your system, the things that are bad about it. Because if somebody just eats bacon all day long, they're going to get sick and probably have real health problems. There's all sorts of salt and stuff in there. As we talked about earlier, salt can be bad. So this has your what's that? Fiber. Psyllium fiber in it, and that stuff locks onto those, what we call the bad cholesterol, bad, and brings it out of you. So you want to have your veggies with your fats if you can, and you know, sometimes you don't, sometimes it doesn't happen, but make up for it later. Eat a whole tomato, have an apple, eat some fruit, eat some veggies. This thing is ready to try. I'm just gonna put that on. That's a pretty nice looking sandwich, eh? Let's have a look at it and then I'll bite it. See if it's worth eating at all. Oh, that tomato looks good. Nice. That is looking all right. Well, it looks like, I'll try it. I'll test it out. Okay, let's see if it tastes any good. If I get that basil flavor, that's what I want. That's what I want to taste. That's hot. That's really good. Nothing to make it, you know, a couple minutes. Yeah, you can add your own things. Whatever you like in there, a little mustard to be fine. That's good. You can just do mayo if you don't want to go through all that stuff with the basil and everything too. That's really good. All right, well, we'll talk to you guys next time. Love you guys.